Hi, welcome to my board game channel, Will of the Meeple. Now, I know it's been an absolute lifetime since I posted a video, probably around 12 months, but I've had so much going on, so I thought I'd just post a new video and give you an example of some of the things that I've been working on recently. So first of all, I've been helping my partner with a new Etsy store, which is actually Will of the Meeple. She's got some board game accessories on there, board game t-shirts, role-playing game t-shirts, mugs, dice bags, and all that kind of thing. She's also come up with these amazing little healing potions, which are great for D&D. They're little glass bottles with healing potion on them, and they've also actually got, this is a greater healing potion, so it's got 4 mini D4 dice inside it. So these dice are really tiny, they're like 10 millimeters, really hard to get hold of, but they fit perfectly inside the bottle and they don't take up too much space. So she's listed those on her Etsy store. They're actually selling really well. And the other thing on there is some 3D figures. Now, I bought a 3D printer, and here's an example of something that we've been working on. That's a bugbear that I've been using in the campaign. I'll come to that shortly. So we've also been trying our hand at painting as well. So I didn't print these goblins because this was before I got the printer, but these are the ones that we've been working on that we've painted. So that's a goblin, and I did print this bugbear, and my partner actually painted this, and she's done an outstanding job of, which is great. So we've also been busy working on that. So if you want to check out the store, I'll post links in the comments. There is an eBay store and an Etsy store, both selling very similar things. The difference is with Etsy, you're only allowed to sell handmade items, so you can't just buy something and then sell it on. Whereas with eBay, you can sell pretty much anything you like. We are at the beginning of February, which means it's Valentine's Day in a couple of weeks. So she's come up with this great design for a mug, which is You're My Kind of Meeple. Now this is completely customizable, so we've got a blue and purple meeple here, but you can literally have any colour you like. We can print any colour. It's not vinyl, it's actually sublimation printed, so we can print any colour you like. There is actually a selection of role-playing game mugs on there as well as all the t-shirts and healing potions and everything else. So I've been busy helping her with that. We've actually got a mug and coaster set as well. So mug with matching coaster with the same design, completely customizable. So I'll post the links to those stores in the description, so make sure you check those out. The other thing I've been working on is I've started to DM a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. So if you are a DM, you'll understand how much time this takes up. It takes up a phenomenal amount of time. And so I run a board gaming club in Thornton, Cleveland, and I've started 1 in 3 weeks or 4 weeks we play D&D. I'm the DM. We've got a party of 5 playing. So I've been working on that, but as well as learning the rules to the game, I've also had to learn the rules to DMing as well. There's a lot going on there. And for the first couple of sessions, I just used printed maps, but then I saw some videos on scenery, and I decided to go down that route. So as well, if you've ever made any scenery for D&D, you'll also appreciate how time consuming that is. So I've been working on these. They're not finished yet because they need painting. They're black at the moment because it's the black magic base layer, which is a combination of Mod Podge and black and white paint. And they've got little magnets on them, so you can actually just attach them like so when you're playing, which is great because you can, when people are moving around the board, things get knocked around, but they've got these magnets on, so you can just attach them. They've got walls as well, which again just clip on the side. As I say, they're not finished yet, they do need painting, but there's all different size tiles. I've got these are the bigger ones, and then each square is 2.5 centimeters, which is the standard size, 5 foot in D&D. So yeah, I've been working on those. So not only have I been making my own scenery, but I've also been printing the figures for my game as well, which I'm also selling on the store. So I've been printing my models, I've been doing D&D, making all the scenery, figuring out the campaign. We're doing the Lost Mines of Fandelver, so if you're familiar with that, we're just at the Red Bronze Hideout, which is what that's actually the first location that this scenery has been used for, and it's quite a big building because there's a lot going on there, a lot of different rooms. They're about 2/3 of the way through that. They're pretty much at the end of that. I think the next meeting will be the end of the Red Bronze Hideout, so that's been a lot of fun. So I've been working on that. That has taken a lot of time. The other thing is the 3D printer. Obviously, when you get a new thing like that, it takes a bit of figuring out. It's a resin printer. I did used to have an STL printer a while ago, but they're very temperamental, STL printers. If you don't use them all the time, they need a lot of maintenance. It was just constantly failing the prints, so I decided to move it on. I found the resin printer is a lot more reliable, completely different type of print, but it's a lot more reliable. The results are a lot better, so I can print my minis when I'm playing D&D, go through my Lost Mines book, figure out what minis I need next, and then just print them beforehand, which is great. It saves me a lot of money buying them on Etsy. And another thing I've been working on, should definitely mention this, is I've got a new games room. So I'm currently sat in my new games room. It took a lot of converting. I've moved all my games in. I've got a nice, great table for playing board games on. So we spent quite a bit of time painting and decorating in here. These are my games behind. As you notice, some of them are vertical and some of them are horizontal. So I used to store them horizontal, but whenever I was taking games out for games night, I always wanted the ones that were at the bottom of the pile, and it just annoyed me, so I flipped them all on the side, put all the components in bags, which works for most games. I have just bought Caverna for my board gaming group because any money that's left over from room hire goes towards buying games for the club, and I did a poll and Caverna won. So great, yeah, bought Caverna for the group. It came with a folded space insert, which is great, but there's a lot of components in there, so I'm not even going to contemplate storing that vertically because everything would just fall out. So I'm happy to leave that horizontally. So that's pretty much everything I've been working on. I just wanted to give this update. Hopefully I'll be getting back into making some board gaming videos soon. But in the meantime, if you want to check out my store, links in the comments below. Well, my partner's store, she's actually doing I wouldn't even know where to start designing t-shirts. If you wanted to check out that store, the links are below. There is a 10% discount code, which I'm also going to post in the comments, which will get you 10% off anything you buy. If there's anything you would like that isn't listed on there, I'm always open to suggestions, so feel free to comment with something that you think would be a great idea for the store. In terms of the healing potions, she's only got the normal and greater on there at the moment, but she's planning on doing the other two at some point down the line. But she's got a lot of stuff going on at the moment. She's got her own Etsy store as well, selling t-shirts. That's Kookie Kittens. Quick plug for that. I'll also put the link in the description of this video in case you want to check that out. But you don't get 10% off there. So that's about it. That's pretty much what I've been working on for the past few months. I've been very busy doing all of that, but hopefully I'll get back into doing my board gaming videos. Now that I've got my own games room, it's great because I can just set a game up and I can just leave it set up, which is great. Don't need to tidy it away at the end of the day. So hopefully that will help towards the videos, being able to set a game up and just kind of do bits and pieces as and when I get time. So I hope you've enjoyed this update. If you've got any questions, feel free to comment below. If you haven't done already, please subscribe to my channel. I'm hoping to grow my subscriptions now. I will be hopefully doing a few more videos on role-playing games like D&D as well as board gaming, but watch this space and don't forget to subscribe to get notifications of when I upload the next video. And thanks for watching.